Hey guys, what's going on? We are back with a very old series that I'm trying to revive here. And we're jumping right into things, so I'm going to shut up for a sec. So, Amon is telling Robin that her eye exam took 2 hours. Isn't that suspicious? Basically, the script is implying that they were fucking, which is kind of creepy because Amon is, I don't know, somewhere in his 20s. Robin is 16 in this. I mean, the age of consent in Japan was 13 until a certain point, but I'm not really gonna, I don't really want to comment on that. Not my area of expertise. Not really anything I'm interested in. But again, Robin is this sort of, she's a precocious witch, and she's like, I don't really want to wear glasses. This kind of sucks. And Amon's like, well, you have to wear them because you can't burn witches with your eyeball flame telepathic powers unless you've got glasses. Man, this whole anime is like the female fantasy. Like, I found a badass guy who's perfect already, and all I have to do is be submissive enough to be his protege. I used to love this shit when I was younger, man. It was so cool. Now it's, inundated with the same creepy shit as everything is. Amon's got a trench coat on. He's like, I'm going to shoot up a school. I'll be back in a moment. And we got this sick intro again, man. I'm not skipping it. The intro's fucking amazing. Anyway, for those of you who are just tuning in, we are watching episode 5 of season 1, which you can find on YouTube for free. And just for me telling you that, you should like and subscribe. God, the fucking CRT screens in the intro really date this. Holy shit. I don't know. I don't know if I've said this in my last 4 videos, which I recorded like 2 years ago, but I love the aesthetic of this show in general. The animation budget was really low, so this ends up looking like a 1960s cartoon, like the old Spider-Man or Rocket Robin Hood or some shit like that, because they will hold on a static frame or a still frame for a long fucking time. Basically, they're just burning airtime for financial reasons. But there's an unintended benefit to that where you actually get to look at a character's facial expression, almost like you are actually reading a manga, which is kind of nice in certain contexts, in certain scenes. It's nice to have just like a solid 2 or 3 second single frame static shot of just a character's expression. Like, it gives you the chance to fucking look at them. Whereas modern zoomer animes are like, whoa, 5,000 cuts! You can't even figure out what's happening. Anyway, so this episode's title is an obvious Nirvana pun. Smells like Wandering Spirit. Smells like Teen Spirit. And Robin's basically like, hey, hobo, are you jacking off in there? It's rude to acknowledge that these people even exist. This guy's got one of those aloe vera drinks in his fucking cardboard box. God damn. At least Japan's homeless have a small amount of class. Like, they sort of they self-censor themselves. They self-censor their own existence in cardboard boxes. American homeless just get high on Fent right in front of you. So again, they're looking for some kind of a perp, some kind of a witch hiding in plain sight. He has something to do with the homeless. Looks like this guy was a salaryman. But he doesn't have the witch blood on him. At least he's not on the list. The epic bloodline list that the whatever family we don't know the name of that's above the Rothschilds has, that shows us, oh, these are the bloodlines that matter, and these are the ones that are just bullshit. They're just cattle blood. Fuck them. There aren't many ways to live without money. I'm reading the English subtitles here. I'm watching this in Japanese. But, it seems like there are 0 ways to live without money, because, you still gotta be a beggar. These poor fucks, they're living in the medieval age. Ooh. But the team has found a very interesting box with schizophrenic photography shit plastered all over the walls. And it's extra stinky. What could that mean? Oh shit, there's a schizo guy coming up behind you. Watch out. He's about to have a full-on psychotic break. Break out the guns. Kill him! Quick! He's running. That must mean he's evil. Let's chase him. For the purposes of the story, we will follow him. Oh! Don't interrupt that businessman. You just cost him a couple of dollars. Inefficient working hours. And then he gets hit by a fucking truck. Very tastefully hidden in the early 2000s anime style. And then we have Chief Agent Smith, or whatever the fuck his name is.
He's like, the lab results are in. The corpse had no genetic anomalies. It was a false alarm.
You can't tell if someone is a witch just by looking. I'm sure Sakaki couldn't have done anything.
I've decided not to punish Sakaki at this time. Also, about Robin's glasses and the 2 hours that you spent railing her doggy style. Why did you decide to meddle with your cock in her cunt?
You don't seem to understand the appeal of a 16-year-old to a Japanese character.
From now on, you are to keep your cock in your pants. Is that understood?
Understood. Fuck, man, this show. Holy shit, the things you watch when you're young and you have no idea about the subtext. This shit is insane. And yet it's still better than most stuff that gets produced today. Imagine that. We have General Hitler here. He's like, "Watch Extreme Peace, it's very good." God, it's not steampunk. It's like neo-gothic Victorian punk. The aesthetic of this show is fucking amazing to me. I love the clothing. I love the architecture in it. I don't know what you would call this style. It's some Japanese hallucination of a bunch of different styles merged together. And it's a lot like the animation style. Like there's probably a term for the animation style from this era, in the early zeros, but man. It's almost like they're rejecting the 90s style of sharper lines with more detail. These are softer lines with less detail, and the shadows aren't not outlined. Like there's a clear distinction between the two styles that I don't have any expertise to describe, but it's noticeable. Okay, so they're talking about this hobo. This one chick's like, "Oh, I smelled olives. I thought I was in ancient Greece." I have memories of fucking under an olive tree. And everyone's like, "We don't care." Shut your horse shit up. Go back to your OnlyFans. Smell is the key. Sometimes that's the case. Yeah, go sniffing around.
あの時も男性が一時的な記憶喪失だったからよかったけど、誤認は避けないと。
その香りとやらは前の時も今回もファクトリーに着く頃にはさっぱり。
Okay, so the smell wore off by the time they got them to the factory, which totally isn't squeezing them like oranges for their magically effective blood that's used in those little necklaces. That's totally not a secret that's revealed in, like, the second last episode of this show. Sorry, spoiled it for you. Oops. Deal with it. This show is good even if you know the spoilers, man. A good show... you know what? I'll put this out there. Anything good doesn't matter if it's spoiled beforehand. It's still going to be interesting to you.
尋ね人は見つかったかね。
いえ、
どれ？こう見えてもわしらの間には縄張りもあるし。
This guy's like, we hobos have territories. We piss on concrete pillars. We can smell each other's piss. That's the theme of this episode, is smelling things.
この辺りじゃ見ない顔だな。
Straight up, they did some experiment like 20 years ago where they lined up a bunch of men who had just worked out, and they had women come in one at a time and smell each guy. Some women who smelled, you know, guy number 3 were like, oh, that stinks, I hate it. Others were like, it just smells like sweat to me. But another female subject would smell that same guy and go, oh, it smells like vanilla, that smells beautiful to me. It's like some pheromonal genetic thing that we don't fully understand, at least not publicly. But I don't know, that's what the whole smell thing in this makes me think of. It's like, maybe the people that you're meant to be with, or the person that you're meant to be with, hopefully it's one person, that's far less complicated, is a person whose smell you just really like. Maybe you don't have the same taste in music, maybe you're not the same height, you're not the same race, but maybe their sweat just smells appealing to you because your genetics are screaming at you that you need to augment your flaws, diminish the flaws in your genes by breeding with somebody who has a sweat smell that appeals to you. It's an interesting concept. It could be bullshit, but it's interesting.
多分私のミスだ。でも今回の事件と全く同じ。事件じゃないわ。ロビン。全ては推測に過ぎないの。
How is it not a case? You're investigating it. God, some of the translation and the dialogue in this fucking sucks.
本当は何も関係ないのかもしれない。そうだ。
You're disregarding a lead. Like, your whole job is to investigate leads,
私は
to catch people who are very dangerous to society. You should be scraping the bottom of the barrel to the point where there are wood chips under your fingernails. And this chick's like, no, Robin, you're just a young woman that I'm threatened by, so I'm going to diminish the value of your insight.
ダメみたい。
That's some epic subtext of female indirect competition. See, this show is very advanced. Now here comes Amon, who looks like he's walked out of a yaoi doujin.
出てったっきり連絡ありません。携帯にも出ないし。
こいつは
Man, when I was a kid, straight up, when I was like 14, I wanted to be Amon. God damn. The guy looked, he was just so, he was a badass stoic.
しない。物理的に
So he was Master Chief. He didn't give a care about anyone.
心を操る。
In reality, I turned out to be this guy, the nerd with the orange glasses, staring at a computer screen. That was my actual real-life character, was this guy. God damn it, man. Oh, shit, it's another guy who's got the CIA schizo ray hitting his head. Watch out.
こいつは人の
He's about to lose it and turn into a full-on zombie and start biting your skin.
操ると言っても何でも自由にできるわけじゃない。そいつは人の心に入り込む。恐怖を
Propaganda creeps into people's minds and implants terrors. I've never heard of that before. That's got to be a new thing. That hasn't been true for 100 years.
人の元々持っていた
That was revealed to us here in this
拡大
obscure, shitty anime.
じゃあ不安や恐怖心が大きいほど危険だ。
That is true. The greater your doubts and fears are, the greater you're in danger. That is true.
の中じゃ彼をと
In any context.
不可能だ。
アモさん、来てください。この間とほとんど同じ状態なんです。
何かに
There's a guy here who says he'll suck my cock if I give him Fent, but I don't have any. Quick, I'm on.
分かったすぐ行く
Get me some Fent, stat!
そいつをなるべく刺激しないように見張るお前たちは別の場所へ向かってもらう
ほらこの通り何もしないよだから落ち着いてくれよできるね
God damn, this guy looks like a Abrahamic prophet, this poor fuck. Oh, he's running! Gotta have an epic chase scene now. But he has PTSD from the guy getting killed by the bus. Oh, come on, you fucker. Follow him anyway. What are the chances that the same event happens twice? That another perp gets hit by a bus at the same moment? If that happened once, the chances of it happening a second time are fucking ridiculously diminished, you know? It's almost like you haven't studied probability. You don't understand the nature of reality. Ah, but he got his balls back. He's following him. And Amon's backing him up. Good man. Ooh, give him the gut shot with the elbow. Yikes.
こいつはおそらく踊りだ
Yeah, of course he's a decoy. He's some insane idiot.
最初の剣も
The actual witch is
最初
far
の
away.
剣こそ何かがある
The controller is
今
always
向かっている
at a safe distance from their fungal drones or linguistic drones or... Man, there's so many varieties of drones these days, it's hard to keep track. Let's just say the controller's always far away from the drone. It's always a safe distance. I would think this kindly old man in the 1920s newspaper hat is the culprit, but I honestly don't remember. I haven't watched this episode in years.
そんな
But all the schizo photos are gone. Isn't that interesting?
写真が
たった今
What's fucked up is Japanese homeless people really do make these cardboard houses to like censor their own shame at being homeless. It's fucking sad, man. Like they still have a societal
私たちが探してたのは
compact, a societal kind of sense of shame, and they are cognizant enough, even in their delirium, to be like, we know you don't want us to see you, and we're gonna respect that. That's a hardcore Confucian kind of thing. It's like,
これ
I don't want you to see my shame, so I'll hide it. God damn, man. It's fucked up, but man. Oh shit. Toji-san, or whatever his name is, he's being taken over by the schizo mind waves. Everybody help him. Come on. Luckily, Robin's there. She's like, don't worry. Just taste my pussy. A single lick. And you'll be back to normal. You're at eye level with my cunt right now. Can you smell it? Everything's all right. Just smell me. And you'll be back to normal. God, his head is right next to her. Holy shit, dude. The fucking... God damn the subtext of this show, man. I feel like a fucking idiot. I shouldn't.
なんだろ
I could never have figured this shit out when I was 14 when I first watched this. God damn.
見たこと
Still holds up though. It's a good show. You should watch it now. Watching it now is probably more valuable than watching contemporary stuff. At least this series has some relevance or value if you were at the right age when you first saw it.
ほんまは秘密でもなんでもないの小さい頃うちの庭に金木犀が
And then this chick admits the smell of olive trees. She's like, it was just because I was a kid.
あの甘い
And my parents and I were playing in the olive trees, and I remember my parents. And that's why when I smell that smell, the memory comes back. And then she asks Robin, who's an orphan. It's almost like she was grown in a Japanese CIA tube. Creepy implications to that that'll come into play later in the series.
あの今どこにいるのごめんなさい私帰ってきちゃったの さっきの電話は取り消して。
ごめんなさい。
なんだかあなたが疲れてるような気がして。じゃあまたね。
He's probably tired because he has to go on missions with you incompetent fucks who drag out every mission. Also, I love Harry's, man. I love this bar. I love the aesthetic of it. Holy shit, it's good.
こんばんは。
I love the obviously gay bartender. He knows what he's doing. He's got a craft. He's established a business. And he just talks to people. He's like, "Hey, why don't I just talk to you?" And I don't know what the legalities of alcohol consumption are for Japan, but you know, again, Robin is supposed to be 16 in this, or 15. I think it's 15 actually. You gotta have R. Kelly appear as a guest star in this fucking anime.
聞いていい？
She's like, "I know we fucked like crazy, but
家族の写真を撮りに来るだろうって。
let me ask you about the culprit."
リスクを冒してまでそんなものにこだわる気持ちは俺にはわからん。
アモンは家族が。
いや、
I love how noir inspired this is. Like, yeah, it's crude, it's cringe, you know, it's low budget.
私も
And it's translated. There's a ton of shit against it. I'm not going to argue that this Japanese cartoon is in any way objectively good. It's something I have a nostalgic attachment to because I watched it in
その
my
噂を教えてくれたの。
my early teens, and it left an impression.
話に聞いたことがあっただけ。そのウィッチが能力を使うとき、
Also, the episode with this bartender and his son, it's one of the best episodes of the whole anime.
それともう一つ
Is this gay bartender guy, his son comes back and he's really fucking pissed at him for his childhood, for how it turned out. And there's an exchange between them that's really amazing. But he's just given her a secret,
まさか
almost like he's a little oracle or a wise old man. And it causes Robin to leap up, go back to the streets. Amon, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been out there on the streets all day. Amon's like,
If you need to give your immune system a charge, a nice good tap, I'll do the trick.
all right, well, that is the end credits, guys. Thank you for watching this episode, if you watched it. If you didn't, you're just watching it as a result of some diktat or some kind of job that you have to watch everything that I produce. First of all, fuck you, but second of all, I still hope you enjoyed it. You know, everybody is being surveilled and has been surveilled for at least a decade now, so it doesn't really matter what we do or say, it's all already archived. So, might as well be honest. That's my message to everybody. Just be honest. Everybody has flaws. Worst thing you can do is try to keep secrets. People will just assume you have worse secrets to keep. It complicates their job, really. Complicates their bottom line. And yours as a potential content creator or streamer. Like I hope to be one day. Anyway, though, guys, thank you again for watching. I do plan on continuing this series. I do want to finish it at some point. It might take another 2 years. I don't know. But I'm guessing most of you have more than enough time to devote to following me. So, at 23:52, I'm going to say, peace out.